Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to House of Joy. This is going to be a fun episode today. I am so excited to be chatting with you all about home. I just got back from a trip. I had the best time, you guys. I was with some of my besties from Young Living. So I've been doing the Young Living business for almost 11 years now. And some of the most incredible, amazing women invited me down to Seaside of Florida to spend a few days. I actually can only go for a day, but to spend some time with them. And it was so life-giving. And it was perfect because I got back home on Saturday and then, it's a long weekend. And so I feel like I still have my whole weekend. So I'm really excited to be home. So grateful for the time I spent there. But today I'm going to be talking about 4 ways to create a home and life you truly love, especially as we transition into fall. So I got back and there's like a little chill in there. It's a little crispy this morning. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to head out for a workout at my gym, a hero workout for Labor Day. And there's just a little crispness in the air. Now, Stevie and I are still going to go wake surfing when I get home. So we're not giving totally up on summer yet, but I do love this transition. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. We also are not studying, but celebrating, learning more about home in my program, Life Mentoring School. So if you haven't joined us yet, what are you doing, y'all? If you're not in my program, get in there. We have a focus for every month. We just finished a full month on abundance, and it was the most incredible month. I'm going to do a special something in there to celebrate all the things we all created in August, which was amazing. And September is always our home month. So I do feel like our homes are often a reflection of what's going on in our minds and hearts. So it's hard for me to separate the two, create a home and life you love. I think they go together. But if you're not in there, I'm going to leave the link in the podcast below. Get in there, join us. What are you waiting for? This group is incredible. We have, our curriculum, our live coaching, small encounter groups. It's literally such a no-brainer for the passionate mom who wants to really create her life with intention in a community of women doing the same. So we're going to be focusing on home. We're going to have a challenge that we do all month. I'm so excited about it. The first thing that I want to chat with you about how you create a home and life you love is to remember that you are the center of it. You're the atmosphere. You're creating the atmosphere. You are the thermostat. Your mindset, your energy, your own emotional regulation really do set the tone, I think, more than you realize and more than decor ever will, you guys. It doesn't matter how many throw pillows you have. If mama's stressed out, the house feels stressed and you're not going to love living there. So I often like to ask myself, how can I bring more joy, peace, playfulness into my home? When I do that, the atmosphere shifts. So I have these little things, we'll talk about this in a minute, but rhythms that I have in place that help me set the tone, that help me reground myself, that help me decide what I want to create in my home instead of always just letting ourselves be kind of blown by everything, that is happening in the world. Now, does this mean we do it perfectly? No. This often means that I'm just my vulnerable self. And if I'm having a hard day, maybe I'm having some tears or you know, but what I try not to do is just to be really reactive to what's happening in my life so that nobody really knows what's going on. They just know mom's stressed. And because the thing that you have to be careful about is that your kids, even your spouse, will take that on as, oh, there must be something that I've done. And I am not perfect at this, but I really do think about it a lot. That it was funny last night. We got we were coming inside. It was such a beautiful day. We were on the lake quite a bit. And we came inside, and Stevie told Tom, he said, to drive the golf cart down and plug it in for tomorrow. And Tom heads back out the door and he goes, Mom, go with me. and I was in my PJs and I didn't have any shoes on. So for a brief second, I thought, "Oh, I don't want to I don't want to do that. I don't want to go all the way around." And I'm like, "No, he's asking me to go with him." So I was like, "All right, buddy." And just in that whatever it was, 3 minutes that we spent driving around and plugging up the golf cart and walking back up together, like those are the moments that I want to say yes to that I don't want to miss. And I can look back at times when I for sure have missed them. So, you're the atmosphere, your mindset, your energy, how you regulate yourself. Now, again, we're going to talk about how to do that in just a second. But remember that that's way more important than all the external stuff. If someone feels loved and they have your attention and they know how much you delight in them, they're not going to care about the house. We're going to make the house cute anyways, but just to remind ourselves what's really important here. The second thing that I want you to remember is to really curate rhythms that help you do this. So for me, this is every single morning starting my diffuser. You guys, if you don't have diffusers in your house, you got to get them. We've got this fall bundle that's got the you guys are always commenting on my diffuser that has the glass top. Well, there's a fall bundle that has all the fall scents and a mini version of this Aria diffuser with the glass top. I'll drop the link for that below too. I start my diffuser every day. I have kind of signature scents, for like each season. And so right now I am loving I love pink champagne. It's my favorite essential oil blend in my diffuser, but I'm just combining it with a little bit of Christmas spirit so it gives it a little bit of a fall edge. Um, that's one of my favorite things to do. My morning journaling, my morning planning. When I'm doing my planning, one of the things on my planner that I designed is that I decide what's the thought I want to practice today. So even when I'm in a season where it's a challenging season or whatever, you get to decide what do you want your focus to be for the day? What do you want to think about today? What do you want to have your thought or belief that you want to practice on purpose? Because your brain is going to keep offering you, I'm so stressed, I'm so overwhelmed. And you get to redirect that into whatever you want. I'm creating my house of joy. um, for whatever you're focused on right now. But right now, I feel like as we're heading into fall, I think of September as like I just love September. It's kind of like a homecoming to me. The light shifts, the mornings feel crisper. I'm craving these cozy rhythms of, being at home and planning and journaling. And it reminds me that it's not just a place where you are, it's this atmosphere that you create where you're kind of the heart of it. For us women, we're kind of the heart of it. And I want to do this on purpose. So that sense of these rhythms that I create for myself. So what rhythms can you put into place? Maybe over the summer you got out of the habit of some of them. And these aren't like hard and fast rules, just rhythms. So maybe it's tea before bed, or I love getting my kitchen all cozy, and then I'll start my diffuser even right before I go to bed. I just love that the power of scent for me is just something that I love so much. Speaking of, let's talk about the third way to engage all of the senses. So listen, you guys, it's September 1st. On the menu for today at the Wadsworth House, we are having chicken wild rice soup and pumpkin muffins. I love the food this time of year. I love fall. I'm actually making my sourdough English muffins later this week. I'm thinking of doing a little pumpkin version of that as well. But whatever it is for you, soups for me, sourdough, apples, just think of engaging the senses. We already talked about the diffusers, the scent, which reminds me of I have been using my favorite perfume, which is Wild Notes Timeless Floral. I've been using that all summer. I'm now adding Smoky Ember back. That was my first favorite. I'm adding Smoky Ember back mixed with Timeless Floral, you guys. So beautifully early fall to me. But like lighting, if you use candles, I do use some non toxic candles, twinkle lights, textures, throws. I just got the coziest sweater from Free People that's kind of yellow. So it's a great transition from summer. Cozy socks. Maybe it's a fall playlist. There's something about fall, this time of year, where I love just a little bit of a slower, like I remember when I first found Nora Jones, it was in the fall, maybe a little Ella Langley, Nora Jones vibe playlist. But changing, the scent of your house, the scent that you're wearing, playlist, I feel like these are all things that kind of signal like, okay, we're in a new season. We're headed into cozy season. The fourth thing that I want to encourage you to do is to romanticize the ordinary. So, how you brew your coffee, how you might set your table with intention, how you write in your journal. So, I've been journaling lately for the books that I've been listening to on tape. I'll like write parts of my notes in a big chunky Sharpie, and then I'll take the rest of my notes in pen. But like just romanticizing even something like writing in your journal. On my plane ride to Seaside and back to Seaside, um, what was I listening to? What was the book I was listening to? The Having? Was I finishing The Having? Yes, I was finishing the book called The Having, and I was writing my notes in such a like extra way. The lady sitting next to me kept looking over at me journaling, and I'm like, I know, I'm extra. That's fine. But just however you can create beauty and kind of romanticizing your life. I do feel like I know this is like a trendy thing to do, but I also do feel like it helps us to slow time down and to really savor what we're doing. So, sounds dumb, like, oh, you're using different markers to write in your journal, but I will remember that journaling session. I will remember that sweet little older lady sitting next to me looking at me so crazy while I was making my journal beautiful. Anyways, whatever ways that you can romanticize your ordinary life, I think it's such a beautiful way to enjoy your life. Um, Make time slow down a little bit for yourself. I can't wait. We have a really slow day. We don't have company today. We have a slow day planned. I'm making soup. I'm making muffins. I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. Just a regular, ordinary day. And I do think that for me, I love that about the fall. It kind of helps me transition into that, you know, summer was amazing and beautiful and full of sunshine and so magnetic, kind of very outward focused. And I love this transition to where it's a little more nesting, a little more back to home, creating spaces that we really, really love. And I love lighthearted, practical, but powerful ways that help us do that, help us shift our mindset, reset our energy, and infuse our everyday life with joy and beauty in whatever ways we can. Again, we're going into all of this deeper into Life Mentoring School, and we would love to have you join us there. But what ways can you do this today as we make this transition from summer to fall? What ways can you add joy and beauty to your everyday life? Okay, I will see you soon. Love you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.